Hey guys, what's up? Today we talking mental health. We talking therapy with my guy Rennie Lorenzo from Phoenix Therapy. You guys might have seen a post I shared, and you might have seen it everywhere. It went, pretty viral, I guess, across platforms, Twitter, Instagram, even on the news. He was featured for this project he's doing where he's actually giving free mental health uh, free therapy. So when I first saw him posted, I said, "Hey, let me get on live." Earl and I, my friend Earl, we were going live every Thursday, but this week we couldn't make it. So today we're gonna kick it off with Rennie. So let's talk. Tune into the conversation. What's good? Swiss cheese. What's your who's that? Because you guys with y'all y'all interesting names. I don't even know. But yeah, Rennie's gonna hop on now. What's good, Adi? And Danae. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for Rennie to hop on. I just sent him the link. But as you guys know, mental health is something that I'm very passionate about. Therapy, the whole nine. And I just wanna talk to Rennie. Like we haven't had a decent conversation in a long time, and I feel like with him launching this program, I just want to hear from him on a personal level first, personally, because I'm inspired by him, and then I also want to hear from him from a perspective of like why did he decide to give free therapy? He spent a lot of money in school, and you know he can make a lot of money from this from therapy, like, but he decided to do it for free. All right, Rennie is in. So we gonna chop it up. Busy man, but I'm glad we got him. So y'all stay tuned for the combo. What's good, bro?
Hey, right there, what's going on?
Like good man. You have me improvising, like trying to wait for you. But I love the locks. Let's start off with that. Let's start off with that.
My locks?
I love it, bro.
Well, on, man.
Love.
Let me try and share this. Let me try and share this vibe so
Oh
you
yeah,
could
yeah,
get some
yeah,
other
yeah.
people joining
Share
in
it out.
there.
Share it out. I actually just forget to do that too. Share it out.
And
I
I see
want.
you see. I was on my how about this? If you want, you want to send me an invite on my direct page so that we could get
Oh,
folks
this
know
your
you okay.
this your
This
therapy
just
page.
my therapy page. And so with my therapy page, a lot of people ain't on my therapy page.
All
Right?
right, all right. We
So
can go on your direct page.
so I just gonna switch on that page right now.
All right, so everybody who here, y'all tune back in. We're gonna have a great combo with Rennie, and we're gonna talk mental health, guys. This is a time where mental health is really, really it's a pressing matter. Oh, I was gonna end the live. I just realized I don't need to end it. I'll just wait for him to hop back in. But as you guys know, like this is a time where we really gotta stay keen on our mental health. For me, I started the gym. I think I started the gym. This Monday is gonna make a month because I needed something extra. Sometimes things was working for me, but I realized that I needed something extra to keep me sane, keep me balanced. So find what works for you, but I don't want to get too deep into it until Rennie hop on. But yeah, bro. So the locks, man, I love it.
Hey man, you know what's interesting, right?
What?
So I always used to say, but I ain't trying to grow no locks. I didn't know what type of hand thing on my head.
Yeah.
And the first thing I used to hear, I hear Grammy Mo, they say, boy, if I grow my hair, if I do this, boy, all I get hair is noise. But I didn't care, but I just had to do what I had to do. So,
The
and
cool, bro.
I had to cut my locks. I started growing my locks twice before. The first time I cut it just because it wasn't growing as fast as I wanted it to grow and it wasn't locking. It was taking too long to actually lock, right?
Mhm.
And the funny thing with that is that locking my hair teach me a lot of patience, bro. Patience. because I just I couldn't wait, but I just wanted it to happen right away. I wanted to like crochet it right away. I wanted to do a whole lot of things. And then I said to myself, bro, just relax, bro. Just relax and wait. So
Yeah.
after the wife and I, after Dania and I had Leia, was when I decided to say, you know what? I just gonna let it grow it again. And this might be, I think this just over a year or something like
Okay.
that, or it might be a year. I don't even know, bro. I just, yeah.
Yeah, bro. I definitely teaches you patience. I actually started mine and I did it. I did it for about a year and then it was too much, bro. I just,
I remember you out
oh yeah, yeah.
here.
It was too much, bro. I give up, but I might try it again. But that was stressful, bro. So definitely teaches you patience, man.
But you know what caused me too? Because I here in Canada, right? If I show outside right now, you'll freeze from the cold you see. But
You wasn't
what caused,
you that keeping you warm.
right? I keeping a little cover on my head, bro.
I feel you on that, bro.
So yeah,
But
bro.
but yeah, bro, it's good. It's good to talk to you, man. I think it's gonna be, which is interesting. You know, you can know someone all your life, but this probably gonna be our first real like conversation. You know what I mean?
It's true. It's true because we ain't catch up in a while either.
Yeah. I think this going it's the last time I remember us having like I want to say extended, but a conversation like maybe more than a minute or two was probably in 2010. It was under that the lily tree right outside the gym. I don't know if you remember it, but that's the last time, bro. And you were telling me you were saying we were talking about school and stuff and what I wanted to do when I graduate,
Yeah,
stuff like that. But bro, it's been a minute. Let's just say that.
yeah.
But
Well, boy, we could go from there. I think I graduated in 2010, and I think I just had the conversation. I was having a conversation with my wife yesterday. Like, or the other day. I can't like how long we been on the school way. Graduating in 2010. It's 2022 right now.
time fly, bro.
And I think I left home. I left home at like 18, 19.
Mm.
I left home before I was 20, bro. Yeah, but so it's been a long journey. It's been one of challenges. It's been one of successes and failures, trials and errors, man. To be 29, I ain't even 30 yet. To be 29 and to be blessed so much, bro. Like God is good. I can't say nothing more than that.
Definitely, bro. Man, I'm proud of you, bro. I think I saw you post. Did you post your home or something once? And
Oh, yeah.
that's
You
big.
I don't know. Bro,
That's
that's
big.
God.
That's
That's
big.
God. So that's God. So we actually, and this is the beautiful thing about Canada, right? Is it gives you the opportunities, bro. It gives you the opportunities to everything you dream of or think of would be possible.
Bro, they need to start. They need to pay you for this ad right now, Canada.
Right? Listen to me, but they better. They can start paying me, but I didn't have the ideas. I didn't have them in my brain. All in my brain. All in my brain, bro. I'm telling you, but like it gives you the opportunities. Anything that you think of, because you know sometimes we're home and we want to achieve things, we want to achieve goals, but there's a lot of ceilings in place, right?
Yeah,
And so at the end of the day, it just wouldn't wake itself. It's harder to wake itself out home than here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we can do a Canada. You can do a Canada ad another day. But I appreciate it's real, bro. Like on a real. I've been watching your
Yeah.
journey, and I'm proud of you, bro. So keep up the good work. Um, what what really how you really get into therapy though? How you get into the counseling? I know you were in ministry, and I know you was in school to do therapy. Like what really sparked the therapy, and you doing that full time now, correct?
Yeah, but I don't have full time right now.
All right. So
So,
how that really start?
well, as you mentioned, right, I was in school to do religion, right?
Right.
What you saying, Prince? Everything cool, Prince?
You get the old timers in there right now.
Yeah, wait.
OGs.
Yeah. My boy Daniel just joined too. But so as you know, I started studying religious studies to go to school to be a pastor, run that route and eventually come back home because I always wanted to come back home. It's always been on my radar to come back home, boy,
Yeah.
and raise my kids in the environment that I was raised in. And so I started studying theology. I graduated with a theology degree. And then when I graduated, my volleyball coach from university was like, man, Lorenzo, I think you'll be really great working with these young kids, you know, and so I really think you'd be good because my volleyball coach was a manager at a group home, we call them in Canada.
Okay.
And so I was like, all right, well, you know what, a job offer's coming in right now. My coach is the manager, so I probably can get a job, right? And so I did just that, bro. I started working with his organization, and it's interestingly enough, just before I started working with his organization, I had started my master's degree online, right? So I graduated university 2016, and then January of 2017 is when I started my master's in counseling. And I actually chose counseling over trying to get into med school. And a lot of people ain't know that part of the story. So, because I had already looked at the qualifications, so I started studying. I had all the books to take the MCAT and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I said to myself, bro, like, I had to ask myself, and this is what I do a lot now, even this the self reflection, right? I had to ask myself, what am I really seeking in trying to be a doctor, right? Am I seeking that validation? Because my mommy always used to tell me she wanted me to be a doctor,
Yeah.
right? And I know I could do it. Like, I know I could do it if I wanted to do it, but I had to sit back and I had to say, my dog, what do you really want though? Okay. So what I came out of that conversation was I was a family man. And anybody that know me would know I was a family man. What's going on, Ralph? My boy Ralph just joined from Alberta too. We've been in school together, university together.
Good stuff.
And then I say, boy, what am I really searching for? And when I started to ask myself this question, I knew that I was a family man, as I said. And in me being a family man, I had to ask myself, okay, would being a doctor allow me to be a family man? Because as a doctor, I gotta go and I gotta go and I gotta go, bro.
Yeah.
Right? And so I said, well, maybe that might just not be what I want to do. Because yeah, I might make all the money in the world, but will I actually be happy and will I have time to be happy?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So the next thing for me was I'd ask myself again, bro, what do I like to do? What doesn't feel like work to me? Now keep in mind, this was months before that, before I transferred to Canada, and I did colporting when I first came to Canada. I used to sell books.
Yeah.
And I was, through God, very successful selling the books. So I figured, well, I good talking to people, right? And you know me, even in high school, like this is how far back I had to go, you know. Even in high school, I used to hang out with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody know ready.
Didn't matter if you was younger than me or older than me. It didn't matter. It didn't matter if you was my teacher or the principal or Coach Simonet. It didn't matter. I just had a good relationship and I was able to connect with people on their level, wherever that might have been. So I started researching therapy stuff and counseling programs, and I saw this online program for a master's in counseling psychology. And I figured, well, I could work full time and I could do this. So that's how I got that job. So I was already studying my master's when I got that job I was talking about earlier when I was working with the young people.
So that was you were actually doing like counseling and stuff like that with them already, in a sense, like a mentor or so.
Let me tell you something. Man. Listen to me good, Mikey. Listen to me good. And everybody else here, because I even forget we had people listening. I thought it was just me and you for a second. When you get to that point where you understand your purpose of what you're doing, none of the stuff will ever even feel like work to you, bro. Like it all just comes like just not like it's a natural, it's a gift. So now I have this understanding of what it means when it talks about gifts, bro.
Yeah, really.
Because I deal with the toughest kids they got. They send them to me. right? And so, in a sense, I was working as a counselor and a therapist, bro, and I didn't even know I was working as such a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know because I had to relate. I had to relate to you. I had to connect with you on your level. I had to see where you're coming from. And after a while, but I just started to realize everybody else started to see it before me, though. They'll tell you
Yeah.
that. Everybody else will start to tell you that they were starting to praise me. And if you know me, I don't really take praise. I don't take praise that well. I've become better at it. So nothing much has changed about me, Keith.
Yeah.
I don't take the glory for stuff that I don't feel I deserve the glory for.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's it's just a blessing, bro. People started to see it in me, and it caused me to just continue.
Tell me about, like, I saw something on Twitter that really grabbed me. It was a guy, when you were promoting, the services you provide, and it
Yeah.
was he said something to this guy that, y'all could play, y'all basically could play. I don't know if it was Modern Warfare or some kind of thing on
I know what you mean.
which game it was.
I think I might have said Call of Duty. I might have said Call of Duty or Apex. It had to have been Apex.
Apex.
Apex had to have been on there.
Apex.
Yeah.
So you say,
Yeah.
y'all can play Apex and Council, like that's unorthodox. I feel like, you taking that, you being unorthodox could actually bring persons who would never go. And, even some persons on this live, they might know you, or they may, it don't really matter what you say. They have this block in their mind for therapy. Like, it's like they can't do it. It's just this, it's like a generational stigma. It's hard to
Yeah.
break. When you say apex, I feel like you instantly break a generational stigma for a group of persons.
Because there's too many. There's bro. We grew up in the Bahamas, right? Many of us may have not grown up there, but we have all experienced what it is to have a ceiling, bro.
Yeah,
We have all have our own experiences of what it is to have a ceiling above us, like right here, like that's as far as you could go. You can't go no higher than that, right?
yeah,
And and that's the thing. Even when it comes about this whole stigma attached to mental health and this anxiety, and you get what I'm saying? So it's a whole stigma attached to it. But for what? Why are the ceilings there? Why? And so, bro, it's just, and when you realize your purpose, bro, when you realize that you have a gift, it helps you to start to break down any barrier that you might see that's actually in your way, right?
mm,
And then when you start to have problems, you ain't gonna really have the problems no more because problems aren't really problems, dog. Every problem have a solution, bro.
yeah,
Every problem have a solution. So when we're using the word problem and we saying, "But I got this problem, I got this problem," but you complaining about something that already has a solution, and if it has a solution, that means it's already been solved, bro.
mm,
It already solved. But you trying to, all you gotta do is figure out how to solve it, and understand that you're going to solve it, bro. And that's why I'm just trying to, I recognize there's a problem, right? And so a part of me saying, yeah, bro, if you have an Apex game attack, and Daniel will tell you this because they'll know. Like, what's going on, Otis? Everything cool, brother? Blessings to you and the family, man. So Otis is who I met in Trinidad when I've been in Trinidad in school. But we
yeah,
met through cultwooding. You see how people are still sticking your life over a period of time,
yeah, baby.
right? So I recognize that with mental health, there's such the stigma attached to it could really prevent you from being able to reach your goals, achieve your goals, aspire to be who you want to be because you yourself also have mental blocks,
Mm.
right? So there's a lot, bro. You better don't delete this one.
No, bro, this got to save. This was saved. This
It's a
was
lot,
saved.
bro.
But
It's a lot, bro.
I have a great interest in mental health awareness. It's something that I just started talking about it openly, probably 2 3 years, right? Maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
But my reason for my passion comes from my own experience. I didn't just wake up and say, "Oh, I love mental health." It don't
Mm-hmm.
no, not only my experience. I ended up, for some reason, I had friends who suffer. I had one of my closest friends had clinical depression, and I didn't understand it at all. I didn't understand anxiety, and the crazy thing is, I didn't know I had anxiety since I was 16.
I love it. Let me reply to that when you finish now. Let me reply to that when you finish
So,
now. Yeah.
So I had my friend who had clinical depression and she had severe anxiety. It was through her friendship that I was talking to her about an experience that I've been having since I was 16. And she was like, "He, do you know that's called an anxiety attack?" And I said, "Anxiety attack?" I just thought I was just telling her like when I feel weird sometimes, like I was just explaining to her an attack. Um, but I say that to say like my behind my reason for being like into mental health is because I have had, I don't have one no more, thankfully. I claim in that because I haven't had one for the year, so I claim in that it's done. But I
Yeah.
haven't had one in a while, so like I was saying, my reason is because of my experience and because of the persons I met. Now, if you open to sharing, what really drives it, you talk a little about like how you started it, but like what's your like pushing cause every day when you counsel in person? Like what motivates you? What pushes you?
Wait, it actually isn't about me.
Mm,
And it might sound simple, bro, but that's it. It's not about me. We the world has this issue nowadays of the challenges we face. Or I might even say it's a problem because no one has found a solution of taking these type of things, bro, and not like you say, like just being so selfish and just caring about themselves all the time. And so that root of being of selfishness, bro, that's just in there, that's just in us, into where we want ours now.
yeah,
That's what's causing a lot of stress and failure in our societies, bro. It's because everybody is just being so selfish and everybody just want theirs now.
yeah,
That's it, bro. Everybody want theirs now. And so back when I was colporting, right? I recognized in order for me to go door to door, day by day, bro, I had to be selfless. I had to. Because if it was about me, I wasn't knocking the doors because I wasn't gonna get swear at and cursed at, and I had to accept that my purpose was to be there for someone else in their time of need.
yeah,
Okay? And so that's a part of it. Growing up in church, it was almost like I was the yes man,
mm,
right? And I didn't recognize it until I got older because I had a desire in me to just make everybody happy, to just help. It was just there. If I'm driving home, last week I was driving home from work and this lady pulled on the side of the road, right? It ain't like home where you could just pull on the side of the road. Like this ain't home. She stopped on a snowy, icy road. A snowy road, icy road. She stopped because her son had to come out of the car and pee on the side of the road,
mm,
right? But because I recognized the conditions, I didn't even realize what I did until I was sitting there for like about 5 minutes, bro. And I'm like, bro, why am I sitting here? I stopped behind the lady to ensure that if anything happens for someone to get hit on the icy road with her son, who she's have standing right next to the car to pee, I say it would be better if they hit my car first because at least then they mightn't get, hurt as bad. Things
yeah,
like that, I don't even recognize when I doing it, Keith,
yeah,
right? And so it's just always having that peace or that to be selfless and to just say, you know what? How can I do my part, buddy? What can I
yeah,
do to help? How can I just be I told this to one of my clients today, right? Just today I said this, and I'll tell you it now. Because she said to me, she said, Lorenzo, why are you watering my seed?
mm,
Because I was giving her an example of how for a seed to grow, it has to go underground, bro. You got to put it in the dirt, in the soil. And that
mm,
seed have to separate itself from everything else in the environment and it has to go underground. And I was trying to tell her that she might have to let go some of those negative friends in her life.
mm,
And she said to me, Lorenzo, why are you watering my seed? I say, I laugh. First of all, I laugh. And this was my response. And I'll tell you the same thing, bro. I think it goes a little bit like, if I can help somebody as I pass along, if I can cheer someone with a word or a song, if I can tell someone that they are traveling wrong, then my living shall not be in vain.
Mm, I like that.
And that's just where I'm at, bro. That's just where I'm at in my life. And if I could help my Bahamian people, and I can help my Bahamian people, bro, regardless of whatever comes. If I gotta come home and it gotta be rough for a little bit, come in, boy. Come in.
So, as we know, I didn't really get direct on the free counseling you're giving for Bahamians, but you've been giving free counseling on Bahamians on every weekend, is it?
Yeah. So it's once a week, every Sabbath and what's not. And I've had some other inquiries for like Sundays, but for now it's just on Saturdays, bro, where I offer the free counseling sessions once a week. And yeah, and it's 30-minute slots though, 30-minute slots so that I could fit in as many individuals in a day as possible. Like
Yeah.
last weekend I had like 16 people
Woo.
in a day.
So it's going pretty good. Persons are taking advantage of it.
Yeah, bro. People are taking advantage of it, bro.
It's good stuff,
They are.
man. Hey, if
They
any
are.
Bahamians on this right now, and you even was just thinking about it, you wasn't sure, just
Like,
try it out. What you can do is just try it out. Try it out. I know there's somebody I could vet. There's someone I could put myself behind. Somebody I watch grow up, watch transform and change.
mm,
I saw the rougher Rennie. Uh, and then
I
I
was
seen
talking, I was
huh?
talking to the other day with that. I was
Who?
talking to Picard. I was talking to
God.
Picard the other day about that.
I saw the rough
Yeah.
already. I saw the rough already, and I saw God take a young man and really just spin his life all around. You know what I mean? And I feel like we need more cool dudes like you to be positive, bro. Because I feel like the cool dudes in school or the cool dudes generally who people flock
Mm,
into, they really don't always have something sensible to say. You know, and I love rap music, but some of the coolest rappers or the most famous rappers, like they really don't be talking no sense. You know what I
mm,
mean? So
that's
we
true.
need people who people gravitate towards. Like you say, persons you always been a people's person. Person always been gravitating towards you from time.
Fine.
I believe it's still the same. So to have someone like you as a therapist, bro, that's God know what he was doing, bro, because I believe that you're gonna be one of the persons, or you are one of the persons who's gonna be breaking that stigma that that we have, bro. So,
Thank you.
congrats again, man.
Thank you, bro.
And I'm happy that person's taking advantage of it, bro. That's good. That's good news. I was hoping,
Yeah.
bro. Honestly, I wasn't sure, bro. I said you might be doing something good, but I ain't sure. The stigma's strong, but look at that. Look at that.
And thank you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, everybody, even just on being on this right now, because and once again, my goal was not at all for gain, but I figured, and this is still the case. I figured that if everyone has a chance to just see what therapy is like,
Mm,
that's really what it is. That's
yeah,
really what it is. Because you don't have to come to me. You ain't gotta pay me. I don't need you to pay me.
yeah.
But if you just have a chance, if you have a chance to just see what it could be like, to have someone just sit there and listen. In fact, have someone sit there and understand.
Yeah.
Like I said, I met like 16 individuals last weekend, and out of the 16, I can't tell you how many times like my heart was reassured
Mm,
because I heard that's exactly what I feel.
yeah.
Because I heard, wow, you actually understand,
Bro,
right? And so,
I think
dog,
that's one of the most being understood is one of the most even if you don't know you want it, I think that's one of the greatest desires of humans, bro. To be understood, to be heard. And it
Mhm.
sounds simple, but when someone really understand you and you feel open enough to let go and to let and just be your 100% self,
Yeah.
bro, that trust me, bro. I think even now, even though I'm not actively in therapy, it was through therapy that I could be more vulnerable. So
Yeah.
now I have at least 2 to 3 friends, maybe two more. But I could be almost 100, basically 100% vulnerable in a sense that the things that I used to hold back,
Hmm.
struggles I would go through, like I could
Hmm.
talk to friends or I could talk to my mommy about stuff, and like
You
I
know,
could be open now,
you know
and
why?
that helped me so much.
Let me. You know why? This is my understanding of it. If you don't mind me giving you my understanding of it,
Go
right?
ahead, go ahead.
You see, back in the day, when just back in the day, in the olden days, when our grandparents and stuff was just our age and growing up, guess what? Guess who they used to talk to about their problems? Each
Probably,
other.
you mean the old
God and
people?
each other. Yeah, God and each other.
I
That's
feel
it,
like the generations before, some of them not even used to talk about certain things. They just used to try bury a lot of things.
right? And so, for example, I give you an example. My Grammy, right? I grew up with my Grammy calling Miss Henfield every day,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So even though she might only had that one friend, she used to call Miss Henfield every day. And I know where Miss Henfield live right now. I could come home and take you to Miss Henfield house,
Mm.
right? She used to go by Miss Henfield and talk, and sometimes at least once a week go there. And when she talked to Miss Henfield, she is expressing her thoughts and stuff to who? Miss Henfield, way. And Miss Henfield is listening to my Grammy as they talk. And so when they had their feelings of feeling weird inside or butterflies, they would have said, to each other, man, I know what's going on with me, man. I feel like it today. I've been in my bed sleeping all day. They just didn't term it as depression, you
Mm.
know. Oh man, me and my husband having problems or whatever they're saying, but they had each other to speak. That's my point. They had each other.
Yeah.
Today, bro, today we don't have those type of people in our lives. Instead, we are so afraid of telling people who we truly are to some extent. For example, let's say you prefer someone of, let's say you love someone of the same sex, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, that's your why.
Yeah.
That's
Most
your why.
this generation afraid to even admit that to themselves. Imagine talking it to someone else. Not this generation, but generally,
There you
person
go.
afraid to admit it to themselves.
No, you hit the nail on the head,
Yeah.
because there's still some people that are struggling with it, right? But they're not even comfortable with coming out and say I'm struggling with this, right? And then there are some that just don't care, but they're keeping it so bottled up and into themselves, and it makes sense though. It's because the world has not been as accepting of them as they should, right?
Yeah. But
But this
and
is where
how
the
can you really
therapy
be
piece.
happy? And how can you really be happy if you're not every day you waking up, you have to put on someone else to go outside.
Yeah,
I don't like you
yeah.
can't really be happy being someone else.
No, and
Continue
that's
being
where the
someone
therapy piece comes into, right? That's where the therapy piece comes into. Is like you got to make sure that if you don't have an outlet in terms of that one person or friend you call in every day, then call a professional or come get a free session, and I could schedule you in for a free session. And I might be booking right now. I'm booking end of April,
else. Mm,
booking the end of April. So if you would like a free session, then we can just go. We can just go and just get you in. You know.
great. I love that you exposing persons to it because honestly, you said it just the way what I wish I could do, but I don't know. I can't really do it. You said it.
I
You said you giving people the opportunity to experience it. And sometimes that's exactly what I want to do. I wish I could give my experience with therapy to people because I was also just like a lot of persons who was against it, bro. I was not against it, but I was
Yeah.
like, I was very much afraid of it. and I had to get creep into it. The way I got into it wasn't even direct. I went to career counseling in university, and it was free because it was in my school. It was already paid for in tuition.
Yeah.
So I ended up, my career counselor was actually not a career counselor. She was a
Yeah.
counselor, but she just
Yeah.
was working as a career counselor. So we ended up transitioning over from career counseling to full on, which is something I didn't even sign up for, but
Okay.
it happened.
Yeah.
And bro, that changed my life, bro. So I sometimes I wonder if we could find little gaps that could slide people in like you. Then that's why when you say Apex, when you told a guy who's a gamer that hey, we could play game and do counseling, for me that hit the nail on the head because all I saw was that's what I needed. I
Yeah.
needed that little wiggle room. Oh, let's play game and then we do counseling. For me, it was I struggling with I want to change my major, but I want to talk to someone professional about it. So
Yeah.
that's how I started out. Because as you would have known, I studied religion as well, and I realized that I didn't want to go through with it.
Right.
But the time was long. I was almost graduating, so I had to deal
Yeah.
with those things while in university to prepare for the real world. But anyway,
Right.
this ain't about me today. But I just saying that avenue. Sometimes people just need an excuse. They need you know, don't tell them therapy. Tell them
No,
like you say. Tell
something
them
else.
I just want to give you an experience to experience it. Just try it out. Just try it
You
out.
know what? You,
This ain't the
you
full thing.
you that's why I know, bro. You are well beyond your years, bro.
Mm,
You're well beyond your years because when it's like you said, when you're introducing something like this to the society that's been taboo for so long, you have to come with a different approach. You get what I'm saying? And you have to be as wise as a serpent,
mm-hmm.
right? Yeah, gotta be sharp, like a two-edged sword. You just
Yep.
gotta be on your P's and Q's, and you gotta be careful on how you term certain things. And you're right and then slowly introduce it, right? And that's the same approach that I've been taking too. So instead of terming it as therapy, right? Depending on who I'm speaking to, my language changes. It fluctuates. So nobody gets the same message from me time
Mm,
after time unless it's just me sending the automated message of just a reminder that your appointment is tomorrow or your appointment is this date at this time. You will get that same message, but I have had a conversation with the over 90 individuals that I have signed up for sessions so far.
wow.
And remember, I
Damn.
saw I saw 16 Saturday gone.
Yeah.
So that's just what I trying to say. Like the 90 of them, we just can keep moving forward and we can do what we have to do, bro.
I love it, bro. How can persons book?
Well, right now, if you would like to, you could just message me, whether it's on IG or my number is attached. My number might be attached to the Phoenix Therapy page, right? But just message me on IG. If you're in here, that means you have my information already, and then I could get you scheduled in. So you let me. I'll just need some information from you, name, age, etc. Things that I use to keep from my records also, and so that I can track and be able to say, okay, well, I see this many people per month, and how my numbers fluctuate for myself.
It's good stuff, bro. Where you see this? Where you see this going, bro? And if you where you see it? What do you see from coming out of this?
Right? There's no ceiling. That's the most I could say. There's no ceiling because I just don't live my life that way, and there's literally an endless amount of possibilities, an endless amount. So what I'll say to you, bro, is let's schedule another live. And when we schedule the next live, then I'll make some announcements on there of what's coming next, and we could just go from there.
Bro, that sounds good. I love it. I love it.
So
Another
yeah,
live.
some
I
people
love
say they
it.
want to ask some questions.
Bro, I stole an extra 9 minutes already.
You straight,
So
you straight. We could,
when he
we could
say
answer a few questions.
so, all right. So we got a few questions. I actually have a question in the question box already. So if anyone else want to ask questions, you can ask questions. Already is open. So one question you got was and you won't be able to see it. I don't think you'll be able to see this, Rennie. Oh, yes, you can.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. I see it. I can answer that one right now. And this is how things work. I was kind of having this conversation today, brother. Thanks for asking the question. I was having this conversation today with some of my fraternity brothers, actually, Phi Beta Sigma fraternity, and
One of my coworkers say, I think he's in your frat.
yeah,
I mean, don't call no names. I can't remember his name. Devontae
all right,
from UB.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait, Devontae Hanna.
Yeah.
Wait, Devontae Hanna is how I get on Eyewitness News.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
sir.
Devontae Hanna, that's the man. So let me answer that question. Sorry, we got a little distracted there,
Yeah.
But the interesting thing about that question is a lot of individuals, when what you might say is see as domestic violence, some people don't feel as if they are stuck in a situation or a scenario of domestic violence, right? In fact, it takes so long to get to that point where you realize the cycle that you're in, that is too late. And so you start trying to convince yourself that, what I'm experiencing is not going to last forever. How can I, you start catastrophizing a little bit. You understand me? And so the way that I would advise that individual is to take it by steps. That it's something that has to be done in stages. It's not something that, because we think it's, for example, think of an addiction. Alcohol addiction is one of the most, if not the most deadliest addiction that you could have, because when you're trying to, let's say you're trying to wean yourself off of it and you're trying to detoxing from alcohol can result in death. Right?
Or all serious drugs, right?
Yes. Well, no, alcohol is actually up there, bro, as one of the most dangerous from when you're detoxing, where you could die during that period of time that you're detoxing. Right? So that's something that they give you medication so it can be done over time. They would never tell an alcoholic to just quit cold turkey, because if you tell an alcoholic to quit cold turkey, they could die. Okay? And so there are stages and there are steps. So therefore, when you look at it like that, in life itself, we have the stages and the steps. So the same way the individual might be struggling with domestic violence, we have to take everything in stages. If you don't take it in stages, you're actually going to set yourself up for failure. What is failure, though? Failure can come in many ways, where your abuse continues over and over again. Well, we had the sad news lately too, not too long ago, of the young men that took their partners' lives.
Yeah.
Right. And so it shows in these areas, because if it's not done in stages, then the individual that's taking part in or that's doing the violence, right, can become more dangerous. Everybody cannot just leave. Everybody cannot just leave. Okay. Yeah. And when you understand that, when you get those steps in place and you say, okay, well, one of my steps is that I'm going to have a few individuals within the community that I can connect with, and that I can know, that I can trust, and that I know can care for me, and, that I know will just be there for me.
Yeah.
Then the next step might be, okay, well, now I've found me a safe haven to connect with and go to. Maybe I have a place that I can stay for a little bit. Maybe, and these are extreme measures now. These are extreme measures, because the first things that you should be doing is you should be going to the police and making a report to the police. And after you make that report to the police, you should put a restraining order in place. And if a restraining order is in place, then that protects you and you can get police support to leave. Right? Yeah. So where I was earlier were extreme measures, but the first thing you should do is make the necessary reports you need to, connect with the right officials, and try to seek help that way.
Okay. This question might be a joke. Is this one of your baller friends who play ball? Do you all consider yourself ballers?
Listen to me, Keith. Remember, I tell you this right now. Me and Keith could take anybody in here 2-on-2.
Oh, he's a baller. Oh, you talking volleyball or basketball?
Whatever you want to play, we could play, Keith.
Oh, you mean me and you? I thought you was talking about this guy. Who think I'm?
No, I ain't see the question. I just talking to you, bro. If they ain't put it in the question box, I ain't following.
Let me look through this chat. Let me see who we are. Yeah, we probably could take anyone in there 2-on-2.
Yes, way anybody we could take 2-on-2.
For sure, bro. For sure, bro. Hey, but I don't see no more questions, man. And I appreciate your wife, Daniel. Daniel, right?
Dania, yeah.
Daniel for supporting you. I love to see it, bro. People,
Mm.
she probably just thinks she just doing regular support, ain't nobody watching. No, people watch it. People watch him, and and I honestly don't do things because people watching. I have this new favorite quote that I don't share. I haven't shared it publicly yet because I trying
Mm.
to live it. So
Mm.
it's be then do.
Mm.
So I that's what I living by right now. Like honestly, Brenny, out of respect for
Mm.
you, I wouldn't say or do anything wild because we still gotta learn each other. Say anything
Yeah.
crazy and nothing like that. But I don't care, bro. Like I don't care how people view me anymore.
Bro, you can speak your mind, bro. You can say whatever you want. This is your
But
life.
I'm saying I don't care. But guess what?
Mm.
I'm gonna be a great I may be a great example because that's I wanna be a great person. So if you see me doing something positive, it ain't because I trying to fit in a certain crowd. No, this is who I
No.
am. You know what I mean? So and then it also goes on the other end. People may not like something I do or say, and that also isn't really my business because I trying to be, bro. I think we get so caught up
Mm.
in trying to fit uh, a narrative
Mm.
that we end up being we are pieces of ourselves, not fully ourselves, pieces of ourselves, and then the rest of it is the
Thanks.
pieces that we think we should be. And I don't think that's a whole person, bro. And I don't think
Mm.
that person can live a complete happy life. So for me, I had to accept that hey, people gonna like a lot of things about me, and then people not gonna like
Mm.
some things about me.
Yeah.
People gonna say Keith is a great guy, but I heard him say shit the other day. Or
Yeah.
I heard him, or I saw him drinking a martini at
Yeah.
Bahama. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or I
I know
saw
what you mean.
him, playing J Cole loud on E Street. You know what I mean? People they ain't gonna like everything about you, bro. And bro, that's one of my biggest realizations that took me so long. But I say all that to say, people
Yeah.
always watching and people being inspired, even though people always also maybe looking at the negative. But I watching, bro. So I watching you, Rennie, and I respect you, appreciate you, Dana for supporting them. I
Mm.
think that's the type of things we need to see as young people. A lot of young people afraid of marriage. I was one. Honestly,
Mm.
it's something I literally just accepted, bro. That's why my relationships probably keep failing because I low key was always afraid of marriage, bro.
Mm.
Always, bro.
Mm.
Always.
Yeah.
So people
And
watch.
and that's a live we could get on to it on another day because it's marriage itself. Listen to me, but you see this woman, you see that same woman right there, boy. I can tell you this right now, boy. Ain't no other woman, no other woman, no other woman, no other woman, bro. You hear me? Ain't no other woman could do for me what that woman does do for me, boy.
Mm.
No other woman, boy.
Hey,
No
hey,
other woman, boy.
give us some fire
No other woman.
emojis. Give us some fire emojis for Danny in the chat, man.
Nobody, boy. Nobody, boy.
Big up
You
in the
understand?
chat.
I had to tell her the other day, I say, listen, with you, I get everything. Like ain't nothing missing. Like I get everything. You feel me?
Nothing.
So nothing missing. Nothing missing. Now I ain't saying that it's easy for you to get to that point, but you gotta get there. You understand
Yeah,
what I'm saying? You just gotta get
yeah,
there. But you Keith, but you well on your way. That same point where you say, listen to me, man. You say, now you don't care, but you should have just tell them I actually don't give a shit. You should have just tell them like I don't care, bro. Because when
I
you
don't.
when you get to that point, when you get to that point of realization, you can make moves and not be afraid of what the consequences of your moves will be. Because you as an individual already know that if you're a good person, then every move you make is of good intent. And you don't have to prove that to nobody.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't have to prove it to who? What to prove it to who? Right? But we get caught up. We get caught up, and we gotta say, man, I don't. But this story ain't sound quite right. I gotta give my little input. so that I can make sure that I looking good on the side of the story. But dog, the people that hearing the story, what influence could they actually have on your life and the success that you will have in your life and the path that you're going on in your life?
Yeah.
The people who listening to the story ain't have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Nothing, bro. And so when I accepted that key, and that's why I'm telling you, bro, you're well on your way. We was both raised the same, bro. Remember that.
Yeah.
We were raised the same. Remember, I tell you that, bro. And you're well on your way because now there's not going to be any barriers or ceilings in your way. And when you have the challenges, ain't nothing to it, bro. Nothing to it. So yeah.
This is the last thing I want to share. One of the biggest things that happened to me this year or last year, between this year and
Mhm.
last year, biggest things that have been motivating me to be myself and to stop giving a shit is
Yeah.
this realization that your true tribe, bro, the people who gonna be there for you, the people that's gonna show up for you when you need them most. That's the people who opinions really matter, right?
Yeah.
Those people, they don't care what you believe, what you don't believe, what you say, what you don't say, what you
Yeah.
wear.
Yeah.
They don't care about bro. They don't care, bro. Your true
No.
tribe, the people who really there for you, they gonna be there for you no matter what happened to you in your life.
Yes, sir.
And when you realize that, bro, that will free you right up. And then
People will start
you really can be
people will start
yourself.
cutting themselves off. People will start cutting themselves out of your life without you even asking them to cut themselves out of your life.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
People just do that because you recognize that they just ain't making no sense. They ain't adding nothing to it. They ain't adding nothing. So, and then to bring up Dania again, Dania sent me this post today, right? And I have to share it because it's real. So it'd say, I think it might have been, I don't know what it was. I ain't gonna try to hurt my brain, bro, because I getting old. But basically, it say that make sure that the person who at the top with you
Mm.
is the same person who would have been sitting with you at the bus stop if
Mm.
this thing called life didn't work out.
I like that, buddy.
Yeah, wait.
Right, that's something I think about all the time, bro. Because I look at myself now, right, and I say, bro, 5 years from now, I can be in a way better situation,
Of
right?
course.
And I mean, I speak in particularly financially, right?
Yeah.
And I'm saying, right, wait, how could you be sure that the person you with, if you meet when you meet someone like as you rise, it's hard to be sure that that person what that person really want you for, bro. And that's something I'm afraid of, bro. I kind of like the idea of having someone who I feel like in a worldly sense, in a worldly
Mm,
sense, you ain't had nothing yet. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I
You
love
meaning
it.
me? You asking me that question, or you just
No,
saying
no,
that's something that
I'm saying personally
you
that's
worry
a
about?
bias I have. I personally, even though I'm in no pressure or rush to get in a relationship right now.
Yeah.
I I not too long got out of one, sometime last year. So I don't rush back into other relationships. But I'm saying, right, I still have this desire to be with someone before I gain any material significance in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I just don't want someone to be like you say, that same thing you saying. I wanna be sure that whoever I with, they love Keith, bro. Not what Keith have or what Keith could do for them. So that's something I have. Maybe I need to. It's a fear of being with someone who gonna, if in hard times they're gonna leave, kind of vibe. And like I say, there's something I really need to deal with too. Like continue to
Mhm.
deal with this whole fear of marriage because even though I getting over it, I still have like my little insecurities, and that's one of them. But you just hit on, bro. So I hope you find that and pray for me that I find that same thing, bro.
Yeah, man,
'Cause
and you
I
will.
don't mind finding somebody when I have significant, um, finances or whatever straight. But I just want to be sure. That's all.
Okay,
That's not what I want.
let me help you out, right too, right? Because it's not anyway. I ain't trying to get in a session over here. I almost asked you. I almost started talking about other things. Don't
we
worry
might
about
need to, we might, I might need to book a book a Saturday.
We can talk about that one later, bro. You can talk, but don't worry, we can talk about that. But but I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. And everything you said and everything you just said, it makes sense. It makes sense, right? Because once again, we were both raised the same, right? And that them might have helped me to understand you more deeply than I probably should have, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, bro, it's like when you really know who you are for yourself and you're comfortable in yourself, right? And like certain stuff you're gonna get to the point where it's just like how you don't care what others have to say. You'll get to a point in life where you become so comfortable that even if you fail, you could just trust that you could do it all over again.
Man, I love that.
You get what I'm saying? Because if you fail and fail, you gotta fail. You gotta mess up. You gotta make mistakes,
Yeah.
right? We have this whole misconception that everything must just work out all the time, bro.
Mm,
No, it's not going to happen. Life is not like that, bro. That's not what life is like. It's not just gonna happen, bro. So when you get to that point, you just realize, okay, there's so many different possibilities of what could possibly and potentially happen, right? You can't control what's gonna happen. You don't know the end from the beginning.
right.
You can't control that, right? You could do your best though. You could do your best to make sure that you putting things in place and mentally you prepared and you seeing it and you doing everything you need to do to make sure things are set in place. But if something can go wrong, something can go wrong,
Mm,
right? The question once again though, it brings us back to when we have that challenge, there is always a solution. There's always a solution. There's no end all and be all, bro. Right? So what if you go ahead and you get married and the person try to take everything? Money ain't everything. And I just learned that last year. And if I
no,
didn't just learn that,
I scared of them taking the money because that's the problem. I don't really care about the money.
all right.
I do want to have money and I will have money. I don't care
Mm-hmm.
about that. My issue is having someone who ain't genuine, but I want someone genuine, dog, like who really could be there for me, but who could be my ride or die, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what, bro? You might have to fail a few more times before you get there. That's just part of life.
I don't hear that, but you're
That's just
right.
a part of life. That's just a part of life, bro. And the sooner you accept that, you could be so straight.
Mm.
It's just a part of life, bro.
You know,
It could possibly work out the next one, or it might not. But what are you gonna do is make sure that you learn. Just learn from it.
right.
Pick and pull. Pick and pull. Yeah, man.
Hey, y'all getting first row
Let's
seats to
go.
my free session.
Yo, my boy LeJean just joined here too. My LeJean who out in
Oh,
Calgary, Alberta.
bro, I can't see the comments no more. So sorry
I
for
got you.
y'all
No man.
who commented.
LeJean say know that you're great before anyone else does. Jay-Z.
Mm. I wait,
Yeah.
you could tell I know I agree because why worrying about all this and I ain't got no money yet. In my head, bro, in my
No, no,
head,
no.
I
See,
already see
now
my
there.
future, bro. I could see it
Now
already.
let me tell you. Let me tell you what LeJean would tell you. My boy LeJean would tell you that you already have the wrong mindset. You gotta shift that a bit. You gotta shift that and you gotta say, I am already rich. It's mine. I already there, bro. You gotta just switch it.
Yeah, I
Just
like that. And see, my difference is I have it in the future. I need to say it now.
yeah, exactly.
I
And you
like
need to
that.
make
I
sure
like
that you
that.
plan because if you plan, if bro, I can say it, bro, we Dana gone it. Dana still in here? No, she's still in here.
You probably still at that.
She I can say it. I can say it. This is the importance of planning, right? So, bro, I realize how Danny is keep everything in order, right? So I was cleaning and I pick up this box from under the bed, and the first thing I see is, like, why this box underneath the bed, Dread, right? So I look at it and all our documents and stuff in this nice box, right? And I came across one of the journals that like I was writing stuff in the journal, right? And I didn't realize that I don't even know when last I don't know when I write this stuff, bro, but it was me planning. Okay? It was me planning, and I had something, I drew my plan and I drew what I saw and everything, bro. And
Yeah.
everything. And so this was like I don't even know if it was 5 years ago, but stuff I even still finding now from 5 years ago are reminding me that I still am on the right path.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
you're on the right path, if the end, you could only have an end if you already started, bro.
Right.
You have to start, right? So the end is already there. So if the end is there and you know that you could be a millionaire, then you're already a millionaire because that it there it there anyway.
Yeah.
You get me? So just start
I
seeing
like
your
that.
goals and your accomplishments and your ideas like that. Start envisioning that stuff. Start when you go to bed at night, boy, start to think about what your inside of your house and thing look like. You see what I'm saying? This thing
I see
go
it.
deep, boy. Keep
I
this
see
thing
it.
go
I
deep,
see
boy.
it. I see it. I see it. It white.
I
It
hope
white.
so.
It white. The
Yes,
furniture,
boy.
a little gray, modern aesthetic. Yeah, I
Yeah,
see
yeah,
it.
yeah,
I
yeah,
see it.
yeah.
I
You
see it.
say
I see it.
aesthetic. Y'all better go Google that.
Hey, but you getting questions, bro. I'm not seeing the comments, but I seen the questions. So,
Yeah,
but I won't let you. I
yeah,
honestly keeping you long. We got to do a part two. But I want to let
yeah,
you,
bro.
Daddy Mati say he asked about 4 questions, but I only gonna give him one
Okay. I got
because I
answer the one. I got answer the one where you ask about the youth, right? And then we
correct.
could call it. And then we could call it a night.
Right, I can
Um.
screenshot. Sorry about that. I back.
Yeah, you back now? Did you
I
say?
can screenshot his questions.
Oh, for next
So
time.
right, so we can pick about it. When we go question answer, we got you, bro. We got you. But go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. The one that I was going to answer was just the one where you said, but connecting with the youth. Like I think we're not connecting with the youth for 2 reasons, right? The first reason I'd say is that we're not trying to build a relationship with them first. So you can't encourage people to change if you don't even know what they're struggling with or what they're going through. So that's the way that you got to do it. You actually have to get to their level. And the problem is a lot of people who are trying to change our country today don't know how to get to the level of the youth and the young people, right?
Mm,
Because if you get to their level and you spending time with them and you chilling out with them, then you could be a positive influence on their lives. Then they could see that there's an option out, right? So that's one way to connect with them. And then the next way that I'd say is to connect with the young people at home is there's so many options, man. You have sports programs, you have different recruitment things you could do. You just gotta really shed light that there are other options, that there are other alternatives to the life that they have already. But you gotta first be their friend first, man. Gotta be their friend first.
I love that, bro. And I fully support that. You got to be able to connect. Like, it's a cliche. Well, it ain't cliche. It's popularly used where it say they have to know you care. What's it? They
They
won't
have to
care what you
know
know until you
people
know you
don't
care.
people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Right.
Right. And the other thing that you were saying earlier, where you were talking about how being heard and being understood is so important. There's actually a quote that you should look up when we're done, because I gotta go for real. But you should look up this quote, right? Where what does it say now? It says the closest thing to being loved is being heard.
Mm, I feel that, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't know that quote, but my heart. I didn't know that quote in my mind, but my heart didn't know that, bro. Because honestly, bro, I feel that. That's my experience. I live
Telling
that.
you, and that's what I keep telling you, but you are well on your way, bro. You so straight. You straight, bro. So stay encouraged, man. Stay encouraged. Keep doing what you're doing. You'll find your purpose, if you know that that's your purpose, just keep pursuing that, man. Don't stop. Don't stop. It doesn't matter. We might have 11 views here, for example, here now, and then we might have 15 next time, right? And that steady growth of progress. You ain't gonna know when you have thousands and hundreds of thousands of people just coming to watch your life, bro. You feel me? So anything you do, whatever your hand finds to do it with all your might, bro.
Appreciate that, bro. Hey, I didn't even come here for the knowing that I would get inspired and encouraged like this, but and motivated. But appreciate it, bro. Thank you for speaking life, bro. Thank you for encouraging me, and thank you for everything you doing for your family first. You know,
Yes,
for
sir.
yourself, bro, because you had to do a lot of self work together. I can't even
Yeah.
imagine how much work you had to put in on yourself. So I commend you, bro, for all the things that people could see and all the shadow work that nobody could ever
Nobody
even see.
see.
Not even your wife saw. You could only tell her the stories. All the work you had to put in. So yeah, bro, that's one commend you, bro. I feel like I can't let I couldn't let this moment go by without showing you appreciation and doing the whatever little I could do to share what you're doing, bro. Because I honestly inspired, bro. You know,
Well, I
this
tell
ain't
you what.
about
I tell you
me
what, but
hopping on some wave. Because I asked you to do this live before you even was on the news.
yes, man.
So I ain't hopping on no wave, bro. I truly inspired, and I
No,
just wanted to share the word, bro.
you might have even been, you might have even asked me before you did ask me before I even meet with Devontae, you know.
I'm telling you, I asked you before that because I
Yeah.
worked with one day. So I
Yeah.
know. So I know when he asks you.
Oh, you all work together.
Bro, I shoot with Devontae almost every day. I have an announcers on Instagram, so y'all 8 people in there is the only one know. But I've been at Eyewitness for 4 months. I shoot and edit news every day.
Bro, I didn't even know that, dog. You know what? I go anyway. Let's come off the live. Let's come off the live. I go message you. I go PM you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
bro. Yeah. Take your time.
Blessings, everyone. Thank y'all for joining. Hey, y'all gotta listen out for the part two, guys. This is gonna be good. Thank
Yeah,
y'all
it'll be
for
good,
all your
bro. Take your
support.
time.